Hi, it's me again with CorelDraw tips and tricks. Somebody emailed me and asked me why I always use a six-sided polygon and not a five-sided polygon. That's a good question. One, a six-sided polygon is more centerable. You can center it, but you can still center a five-sided if you start with a six-sided. Hold down the control button and make a perfect item, and then go right here and make it a five-sided. It's in the center. Corel thinks the center is right there, and the true center is right there. So it doesn't really matter. Now we're going to control D and make a well, you know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to make another six-sided polygon and hit P and turn it into a five-sided. Now that's in the center. And then you can make something like this pretty easily, just like I've done before recently, just by taking your 3-point curve line and going off this node and going somewhere past there and then making a little curve to it. Now, if you haven't been watching the video where I made the macro for putting it in the center of the page, I can control D and duplicate it and then alternate C, and it puts the rotation in the center of the page. Because it's a five-sided, I'm going to rotate it 72 degrees all the way around. And then you could take it and think it might look good with a little bit of curve. We could take the outside polygon, go up to object and convert it to a curve. I would strongly suggest getting rid of the inner nodes that you do not need. And then it is selected because it's blue. So select all those nodes, go up to Windows, Dockers, Corners, and we're going to do them 3 inches, and it gets that effect. Now we've got lines sticking out, but it doesn't matter because we're going to I'm going to group this together, Control G. And then the reason I did that so I can get rid of it, I'm going to get the Smart Fill tool and fill in that section. I don't want black, I want that blue. And then I'm going to take and I can actually, because this is grouped together now, I can select it and move it out of the way. Now I can get my interactive fill tool. So you could do this with any size shape, but I want it to be darker on this end and make it look like it's going underneath there. So I'm going to put a little black in that corner. And this would be a very good one to go up to edit and turn it into a clone. And then alternate C to turn it in to the center of the page and rotate it 72 degrees. Control D, Control D, Control D. Now, I'm going to take away the indexing lines. I'm going to add a black box. But I'm not going to add a black box this time. I'm going to smart fill a black box, and that will not fill in that center. Now, we have I'm selecting the rectangle. You can hold down the Alt key, and it'll select that item. That's a control curve. So I can get the interactive fill tool back, and I can change that darkness or lightness, whatever I want to do. And you can kind of see it happening in real time. That'll look pretty good, like right there. And now what I can do is take the Smart Fill tool. I'm going to go ahead and change it to that color. Fill in that, get the interactive fill tool. Just swipe across, then go up and get your elliptical and kind of spread these out equally till you get a circle. Sometimes they're a little harder than you think. Then add a little black. Well, I should have added I want black on the outside, but I wanted that color on the inside. And I'm having a little bit of trouble getting that to be kind of a round shape. But see, it's giving it some black to the outside. And if I'm not in the center, if you get in the center, I don't really know how, there's pretty much a good circle. It kind of makes it look like it's a ball inside there. My first one's a lot better. Matter of fact, let's go back to it and use the interactive fill tool. See, it's more of a perfect circle. So you just need to kind of concentrate on that circle and maybe bring in that black, and it kind of looks like a ball. So you could do you know, 3-sided, 4-sided, 5-sided, it doesn't really matter. It just, an even sided one is going to center on the page, where if, like, you have to do what I did at the first of the video and just make it a 6-sided and then turn it into an odd shape, odd side, just much like you would a triangle. Anyway, I hope that helped just a little bit and answered his question, and thank you for watching.